Welcome to the spoken tutorial about Workrave. Let's start by knowing what exactly Workrave is. So, what is Workrave? Workrave is a handy free software application. It is used to prevent repetitive strain injury RSI, that is spondylitis to carpal tunnel syndrome. It goes beyond just being a simple timer logging your time spent on the computer. Well, it consists of 3 timers that are associated with 3 durations of rest. These timers are explained in brief in the latter half. However, these timers are the micro break timer, the rest break timer, and the daily limit timer. Now, something that we need to understand is that why should we be using Workrave? Well, as mentioned earlier, Workrave is a free tool and it has big benefits. But one has to take complete advantage of it. It consists of various exercise tips that are healthy and really helpful and are shown in 3D animation. It demonstrates various kinds of stretches and other beneficial actions. For example, tilting your neck or moving your eyes to the corner of your screen. The Workrave window pops up at regular intervals that notifies you to take frequent breaks for longer intervals that may in turn benefit one's health. Now, let us learn about the installation process of Workrave. However, let's start with downloading of Workrave. For that, you can use any browser of your choice. I will be working with Google Chrome. Let's type the URL www.workrave.org. This will take us to the home page of Workrave, which consists of the free download button. Well, on clicking the button, it takes us to the download page that consists of 3 platforms for downloading the software. Well, you can choose any platform of your choice. Since I am a Windows user, I will use the MS Window installer. Well, on clicking the installer, the Workrave software gets downloaded automatically as seen here. However, if you face any problem, you can try the 2 alternative links that are given on the page. Once the download gets completed, open the downloaded exe file. There appears a setup box. However, click Next. Accept the agreement and click Next. Choose the folder where you want to install the software. You can browse through and finalize. Click Next. Select the components of your choice. I will select full installation, then click Next. Change the folder if you want. I will keep it Workrave. Click Next. Select the required additional task. I need both of them, so I'll click Next. Now click Install. Once the software gets installed, select Finish. Thus, we have successfully brought about the installation of the software. Now, you see a small sheep-like icon on the desktop with the name Workrave. Hence, we have brought about the complete installation of the software. Well, a small dialog box appears on the desktop with 3 little icons, that is a hand, the coffee, and a small green arrow. This is the Workrave dialog box. Now something we need to know is the usage of this software. How do we use Workrave? Let us try knowing that. So, how to use Workrave? If you install Workrave using a package manager, you started either from the applications or add applet desktop menus, or start Workrave from the command line or application launcher prompt by running the command Workrave. It will start as a desktop applet in your desktop environment panel, and if you do not have a panel, it will start as a small independent window. So now, as mentioned earlier, there are 3 duration of rest and they are dependent on 3 timers, and Workrave are dependent on these 3 timers, that is, firstly the micro break timer, second is the rest break timer, and the third is a daily limit timer. Now let's go into a bit detail of each of these timers. So the micro break timer. The prompt setting is for every 3 minutes. That is, on completion of 3 minutes, a pop-up prompts the user to pause typing. However, the micro break lasts for the next 30 seconds. Let's have a look at the dialog box to know more. This is the dialog box. The first icon indicates micro break, the second indicates rest break, and the third indicates daily limit timer. However, you can change the timer according to yourself. Just right click on it, go to preferences, go to timer, micro break, rest break, daily limit. The micro break timer, you can always enable and disable the timer. However, if you click this, the timer gets disabled. I'll keep it enabled. Time between the breaks means the total time between the first break and the second break, and by default it is set to 3 minutes. However, break duration means the duration of the time for which the entire break lasts. By default it's kept to 30 seconds. The postpone time means the time for which the break can be postponed, and by default it is 2 minutes 30 seconds. You can enable or disable the prompt before breaking. However, you can also change the maximum number of prompts. You can show or hide the postpone or the skip button. Now let's have a look at the prompt. Once this reaches 0, there will be prompt on the desktop saying that it is a time for micro break. Here we have the prompt on the desktop. Try moving your cursor on the prompt. It will change its position, not allowing us to disappear itself. Now if we keep the cursor still, we will have a micro break dialog box that will appear on our desktop there. This says that we need to relax for few seconds, that is 30 seconds, as we have set the time to 30. However, we can always skip or postpone the time. Let's postpone it. Now moving on to the next, the rest break timer. However, the rest break timer is for slightly longer period, and you can use this break to sneak in a cup of coffee. By default it is set to 45 minutes. Let's have a closer look. Let's go to the dialog box. Again, according to your feasibility, you can change the time. Right click on it, go to preferences, timers, and go to rest break. Again, you can also enable and disable the rest break timer. I'll show you how. So, if you click this, the rest break timer gets disabled. Thus, we'll enable it. Time between the break is by default set to 45. You can set it according to yourself. Say I set it to 50. The break duration is 10 minutes and the postpone time is 3. Now let's have a look. When this reaches 0, you again get a prompt saying that you need a rest break. Try moving the cursor. It does not allow you to do that. Well, if we keep the cursor still, there will be a rest break prompt that will apply. However, this is the rest break dialog box that appears on the screen. It shows you various number of exercises to relax yourself in the 10 minutes. Well, you can always change the number of exercises. I'll show you how. Again, as soon as this green bar gets completed, the exercise keeps changing. Let's see that. Now, as soon as it will get completed, the exercise changes. You can always postpone it. Let's go to preferences. Yes, rest break provides one more option, that is changing the number of exercises. You can keep the exercises according to your choice. Say I want to keep it 9 or maybe I want to keep it 3. So it is completely your choice. Let's close it. Let's go to the last timer, that is the daily limit timer. This monitors the complete amount of time that is spent on the computer. However, the default time is 4 hours. Let me try showing you manually that if it works. So let's go to preferences again. Go to daily limit. Let's try keeping it 50. No, it won't work. 45. We need to increase it. Okay. So here, when this reaches 0, there will again be a prompt on the screen saying that you need to take a break, or maybe you need to stop working. So let's wait for it. There is a prompt which says that you need to stop for today. However, if you try moving the cursor, it won't let you. So let's stand still. Thus, there is the daily limit dialog box. It says that you have reached your daily limit and we need to stop working behind the computer. The additional option that it provides is the shutdown, that you can directly shut down the computer. Let's go back. So, these are the 3 timers on which Workrave depends upon. However, I hope this video has been useful for you to understand what Workrave is. Thank you so much.